Okay, testing the mics, make sure that everything is running smoothly. Well, hello, if you can all hear me, welcome to the Gavra Racing F1 2021 Premier Series Round 8 here at Bahrain. We've got an extra treat this weekend. We've got both sprint and the actual race as we go to 5 red lights. Well, no time to waste, and it's lights out, away we go, and it's a bad start for some. And I've had no time to sort myself out. All has just gone to absolute carnage right off the bat. I still need to sort all my stuff out. I'm trying to see what's going on at the moment as we look out in front. Flat left leading the way from our Peter. Great start from them. The main strategy for this weekend being soft onto mediums and soft onto hards. This is a 25% race, 14 laps for the sprint race that we have here for this fine Tuesday evening in the UK. And speaking of the UK, I hope you all have been enjoying the lovely sunny weather we have been having. I sure am. And it's a great evening to be commentating. As Flat Left extending his lead out in front, as our Peter pretty much having to play hold up here. As gaps have been starting to build. And Cass has got front wing damage. He's all over the shot. I don't know why he's bothering trying to fight for position against Zectify, fellow commentator. I don't know why he's trying to fight him. Oh, and there was contact there. And they've both gone off. And as Cass peels off in the pit, the one man we want to keep our eyes on this weekend is EJM. Currently on set to win. Currently on set to finish the World Championship here in Bahrain. Because as it stands at the moment... Oh wait, so he's 50 points clear. So yeah, he has to win here if he wants to be able to secure his World Championship. So he's on the brink of making that a possibility. And if someone can just remind me in chat how many World Championships EJ has won, if my memory serves me correctly, I think it's like 2. But I'm going to need someone to update that need someone to update me on that. Yeah, so while everyone settles in, I think that we should. So I think that we should take our time to talk about the track we are on this weekend, or well, this Tuesday evening, that being the Bahrain International Circuit. So if we can find our track information. Oh, and that's EJM. It's all on. Oh, and it's not gone well for EJM. Yeah, it was in Red Bull and Alpine. I believe it may have been EGM and Nico Zora causing all the carnage. And Zectify, as Zectify gets through, EGM has got front wing damage. He is going to need to box. And that is not good for him. So I think we have to scratch the track information because we've got yellow flags up in front. And Aston Martin of Royal Rumble up into P2 now. EGM struggling. Not how his potentially championship winning weekend. Like, this is not how EGM was wanting his weekend to go. As Janzu also has no front wing. And as they both come in to make their stops. And as we look on back to the front of the grid, Flat left extending his lead, still managing to put in an absolute shift, keeping Royal Rumble at bay. And it's realistically a battle for P2 at the moment between Royal, R. Peter and Paishu. Probably the best I've seen of these three drivers within my time of commentating, albeit it has been very brief, my time in commentating. But from what I've seen of these two drivers, they have been they've gone relatively under the radar, and I think Janzu makes another error. Not good for him, as there's yellow flags up ahead in sector 3, and that's Nico Zora facing the. That was Nico Zora facing the wrong way after a hit with the wall. Not what he wants at all. As Cash barges his way through, he's like, I'm not sticking behind you for any longer than I have to. So as it stands, EJM unfortunately will not leave this place. Unfortunately, will not leave here a world champion. And that is something that he does need to, and he does need to get his act together. He does need to find that pace. As there he goes past Nico Zora in the pits. Since it's a junior series, why don't we put them in F2 cars? I think that would be really cool for next season, as this is like the F2. That is a good idea. That is a good idea, Mr. Shawbread. That would be a good idea. But considering the but you gotta remember, but seeing the fact that this is the final season on this game, we do have to remember. So you probably want to message one of the mods about, or message one of the admins about that. See what their thoughts are on it. They might even take in consideration. But personally, I'm fully on board with the idea. But then again, it will make the races longer, but it would be interesting to see, without a shadow of a doubt. Is there any way I can enter midway through the season? Ooh, I'm not actually too sure on that at the moment. I'm not too sure about that. You'll probably have to talk to one of the admins about that. See what they can arrange. Yeah, let's go back. Go to the people starting to make their stops now as we reach the halfway point of the race. Just want to wait till next season. Well, there won't be another season on this game. We won't see another we won't see another season for F1 2021. Considering the fact that F1 22 is not too far away, so it's on the Silverstone weekend, and we doubt we can cram in another we don't think we'll be able to cram in another season. But as now, there's only 4 runners left on those medium compound tyres. Again, the game day 1. I don't think I'll be getting it day 1 purely due to the fact that bargaining with my parents is like making a deal with the devil. You're probably going to get mugged off, and I probably will. But considering the fact that it comes out not long before I get my GCSE results, that could also lend a hand in that. But if all that doesn't work, then I'll have to wait to December. So this season might end up being the last time that I will be seen for a long time, potentially. Be a big curveball indeed. Right, well, let's get back to the racing then. Large gaps in form, not much to really eyeing up at the moment. And as Royal comes out in front of Paishu, but Paishu's very close, sitting just outside DRS range. But can he keep himself in there? Who knows? But if we look further down the grid, only one car hasn't pitted yet. Yes, R. Peter out in front hasn't pitted yet. But yes, since this is the sprint race, we will be going. So we'll have this sprint race, which will be a 50% race, which will determine the grid for the actual race, which will be a 50% race. And this was discussed last time out in Mexico. So we did know that this would be coming. But as we look on now, Zectify on the back of Tutti. Can he get moved on? There's yellow flags in Sector 2. And it's Junzu making another error. He's still intact. Many people spin in as R. Peter comes in for his stop. And it's going to be a tight one coming out of the pits as Royal Rumble slots back up into P2. As now we've got a 3-way battle for P2 once again. And there's double DNFs. And there were double DNFs, and it's a safety car. It's a double DNF. And EGM going onto those softs. He's taken full advantage of the safety guy. He's going to push him to the end. That will help Zectify in the Williams. Yeah, I was just about to say, that's the Red Bull of EJM, who is leaving the pits, pitting for those soft compound tyres. Going to take them to the end. This could really help out Zectify, and and EGM as well. Since in fact they're both on the soft compound, as flat left gets a penalty, that has probably instantaneously discarded any hopes of him getting a podium. As he also pits for the soft compound tyres, he's going to try and. It's probably one of the worst points to actually get a penalty. But he will lose a bit less time under that safety car. So in fact, all the cars will be going at reduced speeds. There's many people now pitting onto the soft compound tyres. And EGM still a long way out, and as everyone is, and now the top four have caught up with a safety car. Yeah, the dodgy netcode of the Cody's games can lead to some rough races, but we have been lucky to have that. Yeah, Robert Codfather again, a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's now 4 pit with penalties in the span of 10 laps. And as EJM needs to catch up with the safety car a lot quick, as they're just going now this is now EJM has to get on the back of this deal, or back of the safety car line quickly, because this will be our final lap under the safety car. And he will probably make it. He is currently outside the points, and considering the fact that his championship, that closest man to him in the championship, Cannon, is not here, even if he scores a singular point, he will still leave this place a world champion. But as he does catch up to the back of the pack, as we can see 11 cars in the race, after Nico Zora and Janzu both going off. These lovely views of the safety of this safety car line. I'll just go to the front of the line. You see Royal Rumble leading the pack, as this will be our final lap under the safety car, and we should go racing at the end of this lap. So as we commence sector 3, safety car in this lap. So it's up to Royal to bunch everyone up, try and get the best racing that we can off the line. And it's lights out, and as we go racing once more. It's very close as Paishu goes the flatlet. Oh my! And it's absolute carnage as Paishu gets flung off the podium. And there's yellow flags in sector 1, and it's, I believe that was Paishu, and that is Paishu with no front wing. He's gone off at turn 3. And EJM is up into the points, just where he wants to be. And as EGM goes up the inside of Robert Godfather, and Peter has gotten ahead of the Aston Martin of Royal Rumble. Peter leads the way now as Cass going for the move. Now Cass is up in front, and Flat Left's going to try it. Royal, who's lost a plethora of positions in such rapid succession, it's not going well for him. But as we look back to the man on a mission, EJM, he's going to try and secure himself the best position in this sprint to give him the best odds in the race. As Paisha gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So it's been a great restart for EGM, 11th to 8th. But he is on those old, he is on quite old soft compound tyres. As that is an intense scrap. And both the Aston Martins of Liam and Royal Rumble both going out, and as Liam gets out of his teammate, move himself up into P4, Royal is dropping back rapidly, and it's not what he wants. But as we look forward, Peter's defending from Cass on the road. He's probably going to be hoping for that win. And I don't think Cass is going to let him keep it, with all things considered. As Cass runs it rather wide. And DRS is re-enabled. And as Cass pulls out to the outside, is he going to be able to hold it around the outside? Oh, and he's just gone. Oh no! And Cass! Cass! You can't be doing that! Oh my, what was Cass thinking? I don't think he will get penalised. That's probably going to take an appeal. That will take an appeal for sure. And now Cass is all over the shot. Surely that will not go down well. For sure, we can say that for certain. That this will not go down well. Cass should not have gone for that. But it is Liam who takes the win. So in some ways, karma has come back to bite Cass on the arse. And he has kind of deserved it, because he should not have done that. He should not have gone for that move. It was not on. That move was not on, no matter how you look at it. And it was going so well for Ferrari. Yeah, and congratulations to Liam taking that P1. Round of applause to you. Great F out there, out on track. But lots of questions will be raised of what we have witnessed. I think, yeah, it was an unlikely move for certain. I think there will be some people not happy with that, for sure. If you ask me, I don't think Cass should have done that. Cass had no right to go for that. He should have just backed out. That was a very interesting sprint race. But I think there will be. I think we can still I think we can still say that there will be people who aren't happy with this. Yeah, first win for Liam. Great job, mate. Honestly, fully deserved. You put in that shift when you needed to. You found yourself in a really good position come by the end of the race, and it just benefited you entirely. And props to you, mate. Props to you. Well done. Great effort for the win. P1 for Aston Martin. Liam getting his first win in the Premier Series. It was a great effort from him. Fully deserved in my eyes. So yeah, I think settings do need to be changed. Yeah, that was a chaotic race, especially at the end. I don't really want to groan on about what Cass did to our Peter, but so what happened? So welcome to the stream. What happened was Cass tried to go around the outside of. So yeah, so there was a big car. Yeah, so Cass tried to go around the Cass tried to go around the outside of our Peter going into turn 1. Didn't work. Cass went off the track, came on, and then he took out our Peter, ruining his race. I'll leave it up to Zectify to get those settings changed. Yeah, settings have been updated. What was the top 3? Top 3 was Liam P1, Cass P2, and Tutti P3, I believe. I think if any of you go back and watch the stream after this whole so if any of you go back and take a look at the stream, so yeah, I kind of agree with you there, Pi. You and Royal were doing so well until the safety car, and it all just kind of unfolded. Alright, Tutti, if you're on about Cass for what he did to for our Peter, I don't believe he did. I don't believe he did get penalised at all. I think it's like. I think the only way that this can be resolved is if our Peter wants to make an appeal about it. That's realistically up to him on what he wants to do with it. But if you ask me, I think Cass was fully in the wrong. He should not have gone for that. That was... yeah, so... if any of the drivers watching the stream... Oh, and Kev! Kev has arrived. Anyway, what a shame. Yeah, quite a shame for RP. He was doing well, and it did kind of all unfold for him. So yeah, the safety car restart was indeed carnage. I think we can all say that for certain. Lots of people making errors. And of course what happened on lap 13 between Cass and R. Peter. If you ask me, I don't think R. Peter's going to let him off lightly. I think R. Peter is going to be out for revenge, but who knows? He might just take the moral high ground and just live with it. But no one knows what can happen. But yeah, so Kev has joined. So yeah, so I'm just looking at the lead chat in the Discord. So yeah, so many of these moves were just not on. So many people. So there is. So I think the emotions will still carry over into the full length race. I don't think R. Peter's a happy man. To be honest, he has every right to be annoyed. Cass ruined his race, took what was going to be a certified win. He was going to win that without a shadow of a doubt. But Cass was just greedy to get in front. He just left him no room. So yeah, overall, it really comes down to whether R. Peter wants to do anything. Is this the full race? Yes, this is the full length race, or well, the 50% race. That will be the main race of the week, not of the evening. So yeah. So as the formation lap gets underway, and as the cars start lining up for the grid, there is Potoshu, who unfortunately for him did get disqualified from the formation lap. And Sector 5 forgot to load his setup. Yeah, so that's not going well for Sector 5 again to load up his setup. But yeah, if any of you don't mind giving your thoughts on what happened on the contact between Cass and R. Peter, feel free to let us know in the chat your thoughts on it. As I've said, I don't think it was a great move. But we go to 5 red lights, and it's away we go for the main race here in Bahrain. Who's going to get the best start out of the front two? And I believe it was Cass down into turn 1. It was an adventurous move, but Cass takes the lead. But can Liam fight back? As I need to sort out my spectator camera. So I need the tyres. Oh yeah, let's go with a full track map because we're just that built different. Go for the full track map. We can get rid of that in the bottom corner. It's Cass already starting to build a lead out in front. It's flat left and Liam scrap for the lead. And it was a great move, but it nearly worked. It's very close, but flat left, trying ever so hard to hold on. Oh, and there's contact. But I don't think any of the damage is terminal or enough to warrant them boxing. Flat left managing to move himself up into P2. Oh, and that was adventurous from Royal as he's now gone right in as he spun it. It's all unfolded here for Royal. Not what he wants at all. And look further up, it's absolute carnage up in front. And Pierrick, welcome to the stream. You've missed out on a chaotic sprint race. To sum up most of the action, it was so the two Ferraris were dominating for most of the race until the safety car came out. And on, I think, lap 13 or 14, R. Peter and Cass were in an intense battle going down into turn 1, and Cass proceeded to take out R. Peter on the exit of turn 2. So yeah, and if you want to take your time to go back on and catch up on what you've missed, I do recommend that you do go to lap 13 of the start of lap 13 of the race. And as I say that, Nico Zoro dropping down the order as he has a spin. Got flat left, closing down the gap. Yeah, so like I was saying, take your time, go back, look at what you missed. But mainly you want to keep, like, you do want to go look at lap 13 of the sprint right at the start of that, because Peter's race was literally ruined by Cass, so I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, so as we look on, EJM up into third. It's been a great race for him as their sector 1, and Paishu is out of the race. And it's a VSC. It's a virtual safety car. As Nico Zora has had a bit of a slight excursion off at. No, it's Paishu. I mean, had a bit of an excursion off at turn 4. And we're waiting for this VSC to leave us be. Yeah, hasn't really gone Paishu's way this weekend. And Nico Zora's got a drive-through penalty, speeding under the VSC. I believe that there are yellow flags in Sector 3, but I'm not seeing anything. And as we look on, the battle for the lead still raging on. And to be honest, I think if EGM wants to try and win this race, he will have to rely on Cass and Flat Left scrapping in. You have to rely on them scrapping. What happened to Pi? I think he just spun it. I think he spun at turn 4 and then yeah, he put it in the wall. As I say, Flat Left gets ahead of Cass. And that has allowed EGM to pull himself in a bit. Working, EGM having a great weekend, a great evening, being able to put himself this far up the grid after starting, I think, dead last in the actual race, starting dead last in the sprint. And there's yellow flags and Royal Rumble is out of the race. And it's another virtual safety car. He's done the classic of he's done better than real life F1. But Royal Rumble had a bit of a he went on the curb of death, and it all just unfolded for him. Yeah, that curb will ruin races, and Royal just got really unlucky. And it just hasn't worked out for him. But as we do wait now for this VSC to leave us be. As we do kind of want to get some racing in. And it has gone. EJM will win the championship here, as there's more yellow flags, and I think Robert Codfather taking a bit of a trip to somewhere where he definitely should not have been. EGM will win the championship here in Bahrain. But I think EGM could still be in the fight for the win here. As we look back, Mason getting ahead of Liam, but Liam trying to hold on, but he just can't hold on. But EGM trying to close down the gap. He's trying to gain as much time as he can. Oh, and Janzu pit as well. I did not even notice that. We've been focusing on this battle so much. We've completely ignored the back markers, as we can see down in that bottom right. Robert Codfather coming into the pits. As now it's just a straight DRS train of 3 going down. There's a straight DRS train going on here between Flat Left, Cass and EJM. But as we look back a bit, Flat Left is making a pit stop, and as Peter gets ahead of Zexify put himself back up into P5. That now gives EJM full reign to push. As you can see, he's within that DRS. On flat left, getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple. And I am back. I do very much apologise for the inconvenience there. It was unexpected for me as well. I was not expecting it, but yeah, I do apologise for that. Did not expect it, but as we look, I've missed out on quite a bit. Oh! Oh, and that is Kevin the barrier. Lucky man to have done it there. And now many people coming in for their stops. Yeah, he's... EJM pushing himself back up, push himself up into P7 due to the pit stops. And now in front of him he's got Mason for company. As out in front, Cass seeming to be extending his gap. EJM getting the better run, coming out of turn 10, and he's got the move done going into turn 11. I don't think there's really much intriguing action unless you want to see a flat left versus Kev, as flat left slowly drifting out of that DRS, DRS range. But EJM pumping in the fastest lap at a 1:30.1. If we use his time now to take a peek at everyone's fastest laps, fastest lap, EJM with a 1:30.1, proving to find pace in his tyres, as he could end up coming out. Yeah, so if everything goes to plan, because if EGM can close down the gap to Tutti enough, then he could end up being in the lead, come by everyone in front of him makes their stops, which could end up going really well for him. And as we look on for the battle of P2 between R. Peter and Liam, R. Peter, a man who's gonna and R. Peter gets ahead of Liam up into P2. Now, can R. Peter close down the gap to Cass? Because Cass has been leading the way, and I think R. Peter might be a man out for revenge. And as Zexify gets a 3-second penalty, surprisingly, only 2 penalties been handed out so far this race, which is awfully impressive. Moving back to EJM. We are going to want to keep an eye on this man on the constant throughout the race. And there's yellow flags, as I think that may have been Nico Zora going off. And I believe that was as Robert Codfather comes into the pits to make his stop to change tyres. And Royal has officially left the session. Nico Zora getting that front wing change as he leaves the pits. And R. Peter having only closed down the gap by about 2 tenths to Cass. And now there are surprisingly there are now back markers, with Robert Codfather having been lapped by our leader Cass. But we still and there's yellow well, cheers for the information, Spin Master, but I think there were yellow flags, and I think there may have been John Zhu. But EGM still on an absolute charge here. And as Liam comes in for his stop, and that allows EJM to go further up the order, up into P5. But that now puts only 4 cars between EJM and victory. Well, the question is, will he have enough time in hand? So if we do some quick maths, 4 plus 5, that equals 9. And in 6 plus 6, 12, add that on, that's 21 seconds. So if EJM can keep up this pace for long enough, then he should be able to pull himself into contention for the lead upon when the pit stops resume. No, well, so if EJM can keep up this pace, we could see him come out in front as Cash comes in for his stop. Now, this is the real pit stop we are waiting to see as Cass comes in for his stop. Now, EJM coming around the final corner. Will he come out in front? He's deploying all the ERS that he has at his disposal. Will he come out in front? As Cass comes to the pit lane exit, and he has. And EJM has come out in front of Cass. But Cass is Cass being on those fresh, hard compound tyres. He's probably going to consider going to the end on them. Well, if EJM can't go to the end on those mediums, he's just going to have to push now. And think about it later. Since that is realistically what he needs to do. He needs to push. He needs to get away from Cass to the best of his ability to give himself the best opportunity when the pit stops roll around. And R. Peter still staying out. And so R. Peter still staying out as Tutti peels off to the pits. Promoting EJM onto the podium. Well, onto the second step of the podium. And as we look back, Liam has got Kev for company. Kev's going to go down the inside, going down to turn 1. Has he got the move done? And I think he has. Great move there by Kev to put himself up into P5. Also, EJM just has to focus on pushing himself away from Cass to the best of his ability. But when you consider his tyre wear, that could prove to be a bit of a struggle. But we do hope for the best. And Kev on fire here. He's already caught up to Mason. Yeah, as you know, we've officially completed half of the race now. And now Cass has been charging up the field after starting dead last in the race. After joining after the sprint, he's now put himself up into P4. And now he just needs to focus on pulling away and trying to make gains on his teammate Cass. See Kev already making big gains. Who do I think will win? I'm backing Kev at the moment. I'm backing Kev. If Kev can keep it clean, then there is no doubt that he cannot win. Currently sitting P4. He's on an amazing run. He started dead last. I'm backing him. But Cass could prove an almighty trouble for him as Zhu gets a 3-second penalty. As we see Liam getting ahead of Mason, going down into turn 4. So I think realistically the main battle of the moment will be for P5 between Liam and Mason, as Kev is long gone, as he has his fellow AlphaTauri to chase down. Yeah, our Peter could be on for the win, but EGM is closing down that gap. He's giving him less. He's giving him less of a window to operate with, and our Peter really trying to push his tyres. And to be honest, you have to rate the dedication. 17 laps on those medium compound tyres. EGM pushing his mediums onto 9, as we see Zhu making his pit stop, going onto another set of fresh medium compound tyres, which he'll probably take to the end of the race. As we can see, EGM pulling away from Cash, while Kev closing down on Cass. Because Cass is gaining on probably both of them. He's gaining at a faster rate than Cass is falling. So Kev could be on for it. So don't count Kev out. Yeah, it's a very calm race so far. By the start, we did kind of have 2 VSCs. Shocked there was no safety car. And as Liam gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Harpies are now on 18-lap old tyres. It's all going swimmingly, and and there's Nico Zora going for a bit of a spin. And I'm assuming he did touch the curb of death. Gavra race, we have a tradition. If you say if you said lol word, something will happen. Works like 90% of the time. As Cass gets slapped with a 3-second penalty. That's an absolute funny moment. That is very comedic, considering the fact that I don't think anyone was a fan of Cass's antics at the end of the sprint. Oh, and Liam has touched death curbs. Has touched the curbs of death, and there is a safety car. And now EJM. This is played into EJM's hand perfectly. Honestly, the highs and the lows for Liam. Honestly, man, gutted for you. Gutted. The curbs of death truly do not discriminate on it. Honestly, man, gutted for you. You were doing so well fighting against Mason. And off the back of a win. Honestly, can't help but feel bad for you, mate. But that has played into the hands of EGM almost perfectly. Because now it's gonna realistically come down to it's gonna be an 8-lap sprint. The L word is just too powerful. I think powerful is quite an understatement. The L word is not a word you throw out so lightly. When you use the L word, it's not just when you use it, it's how you use it. The L word is very deep-rooted history. Anything can happen when the L word is said. All hell will break loose when it is said. And welcome back, Paishu. You haven't really missed much. EGM running rampant. Liam binned it at the curbs of death. Oh, and Kev's in the pits. What's he doing? Kev's in the pits. Can a bus drive on the track if the L word is said? Ooh, that is a very good question. It's got 2 warnings for leaving the track once. Makes sense. So yeah, so Kev obviously rethinking it can rain the desert with the L word. Well, let's try not to drop the L word. Please and thank you. That's all we ask for. Please and thank you. It rained once at Abu Dhabi. fair enough. It could rain anywhere when the L word is said. The probability is very low. Yeah. And just imagine if it was monsoon conditions. That's probably even more rare. We'll get monsoon conditions on it on their own is rare as all hell. And just to normally get them. Can it be sunny for once in Ireland? No. Luckily for me, down in the southeast, all the sun in the world. Rainstorm. Fun. Southeast is where it's at. The weather be nice here. We be getting treated well in the southeast. Because that is where I am at the moment. Your boy's based in the southeast. But hopefully this will be the last lap under the safety car. Yeah, I've literally just realised that Nico Zora has officially been lapped by everyone. And the safety car will be in this lap. So we'll get it'll be a 6-lap dash. Realistically, it's between R. Peter and EJM. Cass with that penalty cannot ignore it. So Cass is realistically out of the fight for the win. And as we go green, and I think Cass has managed to catch EGM napping. Oh, and I think EGM made a bit of contact there with Cass, but I think he's still in the clear. Because I did see a bit of contact made between them. Yeah, Kev already up into P6. He's flying high. And I think that is Zexify in the wall. Still a very close battle. All the top 6 separated by merely anything. Yeah, that front left end plate on the Williams is gone. That will mean Zexify will have to make a stop. As Kev moves up into P5. Oh, EGM was thinking. He's like, do I go for it or do I not? Yeah, EJM is so close to Cass. Pierrick, Zexify had a spin. But apart from that, nothing much has happened since the safety car restart. As Kev puts in the fastest lap of 1:28.6. Great lap from Kev. The DRS has been re-enabled. And it's a DRS train. Literally from... Literally the top 5 have all got the benefit of the DRS. And I think in the background, I think Kev was contemplating the move. But I don't think fella thought it was worth it. But EGM is so close to Kev. Yeah, it's a 5-way battle for the win here. Some great racing here. As Kev moves himself up, Alpha just took. Mac Mason just took the board, took one of the boards out. As Flat Left puts in the fastest lap of the race. This is... And stop the styrofoam bullying and... Oh! And Kev was going awfully slow through turn 10, and that caused Gem to go into the back of him, and then put Kevin to the back of him. And Tutti is out of the race. And Tutti has been caught on the curbs of death. The curb does strike again, but this time... Oh! That was very close. Yeah, the curse is real. The curse is real. There's some dangerous driving there from Cass. Oh, and Cass squirming on the exit. Cass appearing to be all over the show here as Kev gets a penalty as well. Yeah, I think Kev might have... Yeah, I think Kev might have wing damage. He is dropping back. I don't think EGM is going to let off. Has EJM got the speed? He's alongside. Is he ahead? He's going to go round the outside. And he's unfortunately not ahead. He deployed all his ERS. He's virtually pushing him through the corner. And there's yellow flags in sector 1, and that is Robert Codfather, who appears to have binned it. Now, this is where it matters. This is where it matters more than anything. EJM has got the DRS. But he's just not managed to get in front. But Kev will not hold his P2. He will lose his P2 no matter what. And as Peter crosses the line, Peter wins in Bahrain, but EJM is champion. And it's a great day for both Peter and EJM. And it's Forza Ferrari. They'll be ringing in everyone's ears as this race is brought to a spectacular end. And EJM is officially champion once again. It could not have gone better, as Kev takes the driver of the day and is fully deserved. But Kev, when I asked Cass, I mean Cass on the podium as Peter takes the win he rightfully deserves. He should have gone 2 for 2 here, but was robbed by Cass of that in the sprint, and that has allowed for such excellent racing here. Peter doing the best he can, EJM taking that P2, and with that the championship. Well, and that brings an end to this stellar race that we have had here in Bahrain. And yeah, Zexify gets fastest lap, lucky man. But EGM is champion. But that leaves us with, I think I have one more round left, which will be Brazil next week. And hopefully I will be there to watch it alongside you all. And well, yeah, that's all from me. I will have a stellar rest of your evening, day, wherever you are. I have a great rest of your day. But yeah, that'll be the end of this. Now, see you next time. Bye bye.